Ah. 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 Place looks different. Something doesn't feel right. Hmm.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I should have planned this one a bit better. Also, what the hell are you doing in my place? Right
You
now?
know, it's usually the time when we hang out,
Yeah. But
so
you kind of missed when I reawoken, you know.
I mean, I rated you.
I know, but you weren't here to see me in action.
I was watching, I was lurking.
So,
I already
what
had a stream planned that day, so.
uh, so what do you think of this whole place?
It looks pretty.
Pretty. All right. Then
A
I
lot of
want
pretty
you.
lights around.
Oh, these aren't lights.
Mm.
This is literally all magic.
Listen, okay, magic can provide light.
I know. But what do you
Doesn't
think?
mean it's not pretty.
Okay, well, here's my counter argument. I don't have a jacket on anymore.
Oh no.
What? Don't like it?
He took his jacket off.
Don't. Okay, fine. Here, let me upgrade you with some wings. What do you think?
Oh, look at those. He was very spiky.
Here, let me cover you with them.
Oh.
Or let me just get behind you real quick.
Warm.
Warm. I don't think you even know what I'm trying to do back here.
I mean, it wouldn't be anything different that Siltro hasn't done.
I'm almost afraid to ask what you mean by that. Then again... No, wait, shapeshifter, he probably has. What do you think of my tail?
Also very spiky.
What? That's it? Just spiky?
I mean, it's very spiky.
No jokes?
I feel like you're gonna stab somebody with that.
Well, we are playing a certain game called Slay the Princess tonight, so...
You got a magic mirror thingy over there.
You talking about this thing?
The chat. It looks like a magic mirror.
It's not a mirror.
It looks like a mirror.
It's just a portal between realms that lets you visualize what they're saying.
Exactly, a magic mirror.
It's not a mirror. A mirror reflects what's in front of you.
That depends on the magic mirror.
What? You mean the same one that says that this person is the fairest of them all?
Yeah, that one doesn't give the queen's reflection.
Well, it kind of does now with that movie coming out. I may be saying a little too much. No joke?
I mean, I don't know about the movie coming out, so hard to...
Looks like ass.
Does it?
Yes. It's not even a joke. It looks like ass. Like, did you ever actually go look at the most recent trailer? It has 1 million goddamn dislikes, for God's sake.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
No, we're not talking bad. It's at a 98% dislike ratio. Meaning it's beaten literally every other dislike video so far.
Crazy.
The more popular things involving it are literally people making song remixes of the comments roasting the movie.
Clearly, I need to get up on that.
We could probably remake Snow White ourselves, and we probably would do a better job in what they're doing.
I would be a beautiful Snow White, wouldn't I?
Well, you are Snow White.
I am pretty pale.
Pretty pale. It looks like you need to be out in the sun some more.
No.
I say you gotta be out in the sun.
I burn easy.
Then put some sunscreen on. That's not magic.
No, it doesn't help.
You're a time witch and that doesn't help you?
No. Then I wouldn't be in the sun, because then I reverse time to not be in the sun.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, because the only way to... Like, it's not like I can just reverse my skin damage. I have to reverse the fact that I was in the sun.
Why do I feel like reversing the skin damage actually makes a little more ease than reversing being in the sun?
Yes, but I'm a controller of time, not skincare.
Just let it go. You don't understand time magic. Okay? Just let it go.
I'm not a healer.
No, ignore what I was about to say. I just know that it should be easier for you to heal the skin damage caused by sun rays, because that's a little bit more of a like surface level damage than like putting yourself out in the sun, especially when it comes.
That depends.
Yeah, but the organ of the skin is actually a lot easier to heal than other organs, to the point that that's what's the easiest thing to heal up.
I don't. Healing magic is complicated.
I mean, I spent so many years. Okay, ignore what I'm about to say. Ignore that. You don't need to know anything else about that one. All I'm saying is that I do know that healing magic is complicated, but it's easy to literally heal up any surface level damage that is caused by the skin because of how big of an organ it is and how much the cells can replicate when using magic to heal up any damage. Also, what kind of Pokemon were you playing, God Goku?
Best Pokemon is Arcanine.
I said what game?
Arcanine.
I was asking what game. Oh, the community on Twitch. Yeah, let me know if you see a Mimikyu. I need one ASAP.
I haven't seen a Mimikyu. I've seen a lot of Farfetch'd.
Oh, yeah. Alright. All I know is, if you need help with the skin potion, just grab one of these 2 potions I have around my belt.
Ooh, shiny glitter. Nice.
Nice.
I have a shiny Fable.
Well, I don't even think I got a shiny.
Yeah. It's a fox Pokemon.
I don't think I do have one, so who knows what I got. All I got is just some random Pokemon I just catch. And a Togepi. Hey, can you explain why I got a Togepi on my group?
I think you saw a Togepi in my chat.
I was an egg, remember? Was somebody else using my thing?
I mean, Jolene was here. She was kind of a bitch.
How bad was it?
She made me sad.
That sounds about right. But why would she catch a Togepi? Wait, did she say anything about catching a Togepi?
Maybe? I don't remember. Oh, very interesting. I got 2 different types of Pikachu. I got a Pikachu with the straight tail and a Pikachu with a heart tail.
Oh, so a male and female.
Yeah, very cute. I didn't know the game had, like, gender distinctions.
Rena didn't remind you? Alright, come on in. I got you.
I didn't need to remind you, Celtro. I told Juris that he needs to message you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that one was on me. Wait, can he even get in? I don't know if he's part of the...
You have to give him the password and...
It's in the chat on the group, so... I just don't know if he can get into the chat.
Did you invite him?
It should be anybody who's in the collab partner section should be able to hop in.
Did you add him to the collab partner in that?
Let me check. I've basically been all over the place with everything that's been happening. I have no idea. Should be popping up as the shape-shifting doggo. Yeah, he's there. He should just be able to hop into the VC.
But I mean in the VTuber studio is what I mean.
Alright, hang on a second, everybody. Let me just do a little BRB while we fix this up. They can still hear you now.
That's okay. It's alright. I'm not saying anything crazy. I just made mouth noises.
Yeah. Uh-oh. All right. It should be in the chat.
Change that, change this.
In the Stream VC chat. Second one. All right, y'all gotta like re-add in because I had to shut the collab down to redo it.
That makes sense.
Really?
Yeah. Your turn, Brenna.
Oh, I have to rejoin.
Yeah. That is the type. Oh my god, my cat is drowning!
Okay.
Damn.
My cat is in the water! Help him, please!
You normally want to be drowning in pussy, but you don't want your pussy to be drowning.
My cat is drowning! And my cat is down.
Damn.
Where's my boba?
You don't get boba.
Why?
Where are you, Rena?
Because you have booba.
What?
I guess her thing's still loading in.
Salter has boba. I want it.
There you are. Celtro?
Yeah?
Human or this goes into your face?
Purple water? I love purple water.
No, this is liquid C4.
I want to see it.
Liquid C4?
No, I want the boba. Salter won't give it to me.
So it comes from the sea. Alright, I'm gonna try it.
C4 as in the explosive?
Saltro. I told him that when he plays that one game that he should bring you on because you're a furry.
Which game? Oh, the furry game?
Yes, the
Or
furry game.
I don't know if it's a furry game specifically. But
No,
like
it is a
games.
furry game.
Is that not working?
I don't know.
Or is there a delay? It didn't switch form.
It's probably gonna be a buffering time.
Oh well.
The buffering should be gone. I turned that off.
Did you turn it off for Saltro?
Guess we'll have to settle for the most handsome man of all time.
Maybe I didn't.
There it goes.
Because apparently I am not good at this.
VTuber scuff, everybody.
Well, what else is new? Nah, it is better than the furry form.
Owen!
Besides, gives me another reason to throw liquid C4 at somebody.
No!
What?
No.
There's an intruder inside my place, and I can't throw liquid C4 at him?
No, it's Owen. He's my best friend.
It's okay, Rena. Dragons are known for throwing things very well. If terrible, I say.
That's monitor lizard, you dumbass.
No, I think I know my stuff. I'm royal.
Yeah, royal pain in the ass who's around as brain dead as, let's just say, half the people I know.
That's not saying much, considering you have listened to streams enough to know that all VTubers apparently share like one brain cell.
Yeah, and it's all fighting for 6th place. Besides, you can try all your fey magic and trickery here. We are in my domain. So that stuff doesn't work here anymore. For example, I can control you. With ease. So, into the corner you go.
And I'm in the corner now. I'm away from you as far away as possible.
No.
Yep. See? Now, you're tiny.
Hi, Owen.
I control you. Now you're literally in my hand.
No.
I can make you even tiny and put you on top of Rena's head.
I mean, he is a fae. He can, like, make himself smaller.
I don't know. Wait, I missed the fat squirrel? God damn it.
There's a fat squirrel.
Apparently there was a fat squirrel and I missed it. I can control you, and I can make you anything I see fit. But we kind of do have a job to do, don't we, Rena?
Chibi.
Chibi. Chibi in my hand.
What you need to do is you need to listen to the narrator and do your goddamn job.
I am not slaying the
No!
princess. In fact, for that, you're going to be so tiny, you're going to be on Rena's cleavage. See?
I mean, it's not uncommon. I usually end up on her cleavage.
Oh, in that case, now you're going to have to sit between my man boobs.
Well, I mean, if you want me to end up there too.
There's nothing really here. You just fall off. Whoop, down you go.
Just make sure you don't leave your pants open. That's how Selker slips in.
I have a belt on. He ain't going to slip in with this shit.
Become like water.
Uh-huh. Then try standing on my tail. See if that does anything for you.
He's like a little Seltro action figure.
He's actually riding my tail. Look at this.
Yes, I am pinned to the tail.
Look at that. It's funny. Trying to shake him off like I'm a bull.
He just stays right on.
Exactly. Okay, I'm actually quite curious. Can you fly? Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's cute.
I mean, theoretically, I can make. Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah. Look at that, Rena.
You watched the stream?
Oh, yes I am. It just takes a little bit.
Yeah.
That is actually pretty neat.
That is pretty neat, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Hey, Rena, you want to try? You want to turn?
Rena,
No, I would get dizzy.
does your spinning toggle actually count as an object that's spinning? Okay, if
Oh,
I were to be,
you know what?
if I were to be attached to it, would I spin, or would it just be?
Good question. Hold up.
Hang on, it's your turn, Rena. I'm going to make you tiny.
Hold up. No, I don't want it.
Yes. Now, Rena, time for you to ride on the glass ride. Look at you.
Hold up.
Bounce.
No. I don't know, boot up my bot so I can.
Yeah. I can shrink her. Also, welcome in, Critic. You want a dad joke right now? It's a little late for that, wouldn't you say, Critic? But then again... Ooh. Actually, you know what? Hey, Celtro.
Yes.
Are you allergic to fire?
No, actually, I have quite the affinity with fire.
That wasn't gonna work then. But anyway, Brenda, shall we get started?
Hold up, I'm trying to do a thingy.
Yeah. What thingy?
Seltzer asked a question and I want to figure out if this works. Load up! Come on!
Where's your hourglass?
I'm trying to boot it, but it's being a butt. There we go. Okay.
Alright.
Put Seltzer on my hourglass.
Now make him tiny. No, he's just standing still. I don't think it's gonna work. Nah, he's just standing there.
Oh, that would have been really fun. What?
Here, I'll just do this. I know it's kind of covering your hourglass, but now you're holding a chibi Celtro in your hand. Try moving, see if that works. No?
I wonder if it doesn't pin to you for some reason.
I don't know, because yours can pin to mine, see?
Yeah, I pinned to yours just fine.
Yeah, but maybe it's like a size thing? Because you pinned to my potion bottle. So now I could just do this and just make Celtro bounce.
I can't pin myself. I wonder if it's
I got it!
What'd you get?
Is it doing it on your screen?
Yeah!
How'd you do
Am I
it?
spinning?
Yeah!
But I can't see it. How'd you do it?
I guess it depends on the...
It's because I controlled him.
Yeah, but I can control him and I can't do it on yours, so...
No, it's because I'm controlling him on mine.
I guess it has something to do with the pinning.
Look.
Yeah, I see that. Oh my god, that looks so stupid.
You gotta record that.
I wish you guys could see that. It's pretty funny.
You can do it in one of our collabs if you want.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny.
Oh my god, how would that look if I was bigger though?
Probably hilarious.
Okay, hold up.
Oh my god. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
I was trying to time it so that it like... Okay, Terrace, your wing. Wait a minute.
I'm perfectly spinning in a circle now. That's silly.
Now I got him sitting on my wing like that.
We gotta do this at some point.
Oh, yeah,
We got to. I'm pretty sure chat is confused with what the hell we're talking about because they can't see your end.
Yeah.
But anyway, shall we get started with the game? Rena?
My time to bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to close the VC, and not VC, but you know what I mean.
Alright.
The V Studio.
Stalker, you getting dizzy?
Yes. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm about to projectile vomit all over you.
No.
Okay, bye-bye.
Let me see what happens when I close the wings with Celtral sit on it.
Give it a second.
He just lands on my head.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Huh. That's kind of funny.
I'm floating up and down on your head.
Yeah. Oh, it still attaches, so... Wait, now I gotta see what happens when I do that with the glove. I know, I'm being distracted, but it's like... Huh.
I wish you guys could see this. It's so funny.
Okay, I guess it doesn't work. But, let's go to the game, shall we?
Bye now.
Oh. Funny, funny rotating Sultro.
Yeah. Here we are. We are back in the game. Shall we get started?
I suppose.
Do you remember what happened last time, Princess?
I died.
You gotta be more specific. We both died a lot.
Yeah.
And then you possessed my body.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Well, you kind of stole all my cheesecake recipes.
You're not surprised. I'm hungry.
You stole my recipes, but I haven't seen you make a single one.
Don't worry about that.
He keeps saying that, but it's like... Now.
Warning.
I know. We're playing a horror romance game.
Damn, imagine.
Shall we continue on then?
Yeah.
Okay. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin. And in the basement of the cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. So, Rena, I've always been meaning to ask, how are you going to end the world anyway?
I don't end worlds. I'm not a world ender.
You sure? Because he keeps saying
Yes.
that.
He's a liar.
Yeah, and Celtro keeps telling me to stab you too, remember?
I know. He's a jerk.
And he's saying it right now. Slay Rena.
No. Stop.
Narrator isn't correct. He's just wasting our time. So, seriously, the end of the world, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps more problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
No.
Seriously, Rena, how would you end the world?
I wouldn't. I don't
Rena,
think-
you have time magic. I feel like you can find easy ways to end the world.
I mean, even if I do, I don't want to. That's not me.
Do you have any evidence to back this up? Look, you've already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it wasn't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. So, Rena, we've been doing this for the past 3 streams, and Narrator's always been bullshitting it, hasn't us?
100%. He's a liar.
So I actually do have a plan. So
Okay.
you remember the last time I took the knife
Uh-huh.
and I stabbed you
Then-
immediately?
Yeah,
What if I
That
do?
wasn't fun.
What if I take the knife, but I give it to you?
Okay. I like this idea.
Okay. So what would you do if I gave you the knife?
I will free myself. Use it as a lockpick.
Well, let me talk to you before, because if I recall, the last time you were very different when I had the knife on me. So I gotta make sure you're not planning to stab me in the back just because I have a knife.
I mean, I wouldn't do that.
You sure?
For sure.
Well, we'll have to see where that goes. Pupitar? What's Pupitar again?
It's a pre-evolution.
Well, look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing until anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. You know, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning, if you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honey words, the harder it is for you to pull yourself out. Then
My
each and
little
every one of us
pupper.
is doomed.
My little pupper looks like a potato.
We don't have a puppy on the screen.
No, but my puppy. She looks like a potato.
So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? So, Rena, remember how I said that I also hate heroes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually ever ask me why I hate people that call themselves heroes?
Have I asked you
I don't think you have.
that? Yeah.
No?
Can't remember.
You probably haven't. But the number one issue I have has always been ego.
As if you don't have an ego.
I don't have an ego, but I'm not more than willing to try and kill somebody without talking about him first.
Salter says that he's a hero.
He's about as much as a hero as I am a furry. Which is nothing.
I mean, you're kind of a scaly right now.
I have a dragon tail and I have wings, but I don't have scales.
Salter says you got a fursuit.
I don't. I just have wings and a tail. A very spiky wing and tail that I can smack him upside the head with it for calling me one of those.
I don't know. Your arms look kind of scaly.
My arms are scaly. Oh yeah, they are kind of scaly.
And I can't see your lower half. For all I know, your legs are kind of scaly.
Actually would fit the whole design, considering that Puppy, when she made this, literally tried to capture the game. So that's probably very intentional, considering you did see my arms a bunch of times, so...
Not Barney! I hate Barney.
What the hell? How did we get to that point?
He says that you're fucking Barney.
I have several questions about why he went there, and I don't want to answer any of them. That's one of those things I think even he doesn't have an idea of what he's saying. So I think we're better off just moving on before my brain tries to wrap my head around it. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. See, even the narrator agrees that Steltro's talking bullshit. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floors and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You need it if you want to do this right. Alright, so I'm going to talk to you, so don't freak out.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess Lily lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Oh, so I think you gotta be a little more stern than that one. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop that knife and the two of us can just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't really becoming of us. That line right there, Rena, that's the one that you keep forgetting when I said I've killed people who try to kill me before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Killing someone in cold blood, I never do that. I only killed in self-defense, remember?
Okay.
You don't believe me, do you?
No.
And why not? After all, there have been a few survivors who try to come after me.
Angry boy.
Uh-huh. You
I'm
don't
upset.
believe that one too, do you? You want me to give you a good example?
I mean, by survivors, do you mean that you failed at killing them?
There's only one who I failed to kill. And you know her well, too.
Hmm. You didn't kill Owen either.
That's not me trying to kill him, that's just me leaving a message for him.
Hmm.
Because trust me, if I did actually want to kill him, he would have been dead long before you found out. You better not be tricking me, so I'm dropping it for now. Ah, the blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess, face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you that there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So, here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
It's actually a relationship. Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're just two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. Don't just tell her that.
Yes, that what they threw me down here. But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interest at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? You can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I still have a few more questions before I decide what to do.
Fine. What do you want to know?
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her. What's your name? She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her. How would I get you out of here? You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settled on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it. Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. I'm getting you out of here. Oh, you have got to be kidding me! You walk up to the chains biting the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chain somewhere in the cabin. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck here for long enough, I'm pretty sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out of here. Anything to be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut, and you hear a click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Hey, let me out of here! Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone!
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess' arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter the word. Well, okay, you did make a word. That is not what I expect to hear you say after you cut your own arm off.
Damn.
Neither that, we'll go through with it. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Nope, we're not doing this again, narrator. Remember the last time? Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. So we're doing the prisoner route. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin, and in the basement of the cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
You gotta smash your pash.
King Kai, pass. If you don't, it'll be the end of the world.
Oh, absolutely past that.
You looked it up, didn't you? I'm not
I
into...
couldn't remember.
Yeah, I'm not into dudes. I'm just gonna save you that trouble later.
Not my type.
I'm really only into women. That's it. But what we say to the narrator, because he kind of fucked us over.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. Okay, no. Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now. And the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
I'm more of a Vegeta girl.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you'd be a Krillin girl.
Nope. Vegeta.
Well, Vegeta was my second guess, to be honest.
The bad boy.
Actually, you know what I really thought you were?
Hmm?
An Android 18 girl.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I would fucking hit that shit so hard.
What about a Bulma girl?
Prefer 18 over Bulma, but...
But you also like rich assholes, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I'd hit Android 17.
What about my boy Piccolo?
Nope.
Nope.
Not my type. Nope. Chi-Chi? Yeah, I'd hit that.
Oh yeah, the skeptic. Don't forget what he did to us last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. That's gotta be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to believe. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
You know what? Piccolo.
Look, I definitely would like to hang out with Piccolo, especially for the Dap Up tournament.
I mean, I'd hang out with him. I just wouldn't hit that.
You know I can hear you too, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Ultimate Dap, yeah. Especially after what we saw with the Sonic and Shadow Dap Up. He's definitely going to be training more for that.
Oh, damn.
And as far as trying to help her goes, here to remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large, I told you about the stakes of the situation less than a minute ago. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you and why should I bother doing anything? Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that you really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony, but that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time. You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions you three are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try to free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserve it. I'm a professional after all.
Sure.
You literally just said the same thing Skeptic just said. Because literally everybody I know has that same reaction when it comes to the narrator. Anyways, I believe the second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making rather dangerous assumptions that your actions last time didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time slippery rewind itself, or were you instead transported into a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people that lived happily ever after, or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end of everyone and everything just like I said she would? What a convenient, ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here, and yet, here we are.
Indeed.
You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts. No, you're talking in bullshit. Reno, what's he talking in?
Absolute dog shittery. I should get a pooper scooper up in here.
Why? Because this guy just says nothing but shit?
Yep.
Maybe we should just turn around and leave.
Ooh. You've already committed to my completion. You can not go further astray.
Well, I guess that's an option we can't do anymore. Guess we gotta go to the cabin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. Alright. The interior of the cabin is a less cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick wrought iron bars barricaded the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You need it if you want to do this right. He didn't say anything about the mirror. He definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as a furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
There absolutely is.
I think you know what we have to do.
See how handsome.
Okay, we'll go over a suggestion. Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a look closer, whatever it is. He must not want us to know about it. Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Approach the mirror. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hands against the cabin wall. Hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
There was a mirror.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe he'll come back. Well, we'll take the blade and go downstairs again. You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtered torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably do her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Last Thursday with you.
You don't say.
Yeah. Same face, too. What?
I just chuckled. That's all.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Did you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here? Never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? All of that is in place where everything seems to have to serve a distinct purpose. There would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step forward to the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
It's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What is you gonna do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she survived a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Flutter Mane. Why does that one sound familiar?
Is that a newer one?
Unless she really could survive.
Okay. Though I'd suppose you could just be here to kill me, but I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh. Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't gonna give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I like to remain in denial, it's no use. This is complicated things. It's complicating how exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be a one-and-done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process, save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. Situation right now where you're getting a second shot at things is a contingency. Contingency for what? For a few failing, obviously, and you being here means that the things are a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just gonna make it worse. Good luck. Now hold on. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I need you to believe this was your first time, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed hard enough, I could cram the seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I was. No, I never said I wasn't. I get it. It'd be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. It seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again, alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it even helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having an imperfect information for the sake of the entire world. You need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping. Yep.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place, in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we've had much of a clue of how things work. She's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in a loop without any idea of why or how. How am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't notice, your head is in a shackle too.
Ha! No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're gonna do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the more likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you out. I'll start with the cons. If you hand her the weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more that we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not gonna be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths. I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten. You killed me with it last time.
But sure, let's talk about what happened, because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's fundamentally a bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course, but you should be aware of my position.
Okay. Celtra's gonna kill me, but I'm gonna give you the knife. Let's see what you do with this.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I'm not letting you hand our only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other ideas, like say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you'll remain frigidly in place. You tried that last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which by your estimation ended the world, right? Angry, grumbling noises. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistakes. Hell, we could even force your hand to do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again, are you? A little? I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No! Rena? Do you want to watch or you want to look away?
I'm not quite sure how to feel.
You're going to be watching yourself cut your own neck off. Let's look away, okay? Because for some reason, seeing it in games like Mortal Kombat and such is easy for me, but with something like this, it's very unsettling.
Okay.
Rena watches
I
horror.
watch horror. Yeah. It doesn't bother me. It affects me none.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of streaming this on YouTube, so... Make sense?
Whatever you feel is right is your stream.
Okay, we're gonna look away for now. You close your eyes, but that doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned, she's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh, so that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. For all, we're not even watching it happen. She could be just faking those noises. And then you hear the snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching. And yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's a soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor and a clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now. Oof.
Oof.
Oh, no. What do we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. I don't think we can put that back. What do you think, Rena?
Nope.
Can your-
she's
dead,
Jim.
Can your time magic fix that?
I mean, she'd just be back in the situation of her head being in chains again.
Oof. The princess' eyes stare at you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world. Huh. I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she's gone, isn't she? I hate this. Can't we just get out of here now, please? Of course. The princess is slain and the world is safe. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
What
Now-
reward?
Now hold on. She's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle? I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that. Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She would have done all this with some kind of reason. She left us with a dangling thread, and I need to know why. You're just wasting your energy. The danger is past, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward. Let's just go upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Fine, but if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel explosive without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself from the unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows, do you see that? We used to be able to see the empty world, the outside world from here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door. You open the cabin, ready to return to a world you saved from certain doom.
It seems like Doom.
It is definitely Doom. Except Doom's a fun game, and this is nothing. A world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere moments ago, the only thing in front of you is now a vast emptiness of someplace far away. You don't have to act surprised. We can see this vast emptiness through the window. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not going to get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss. If you'll have it, and I suggest that you have it. Okay.
Nope, I'm not happy with this.
Me either. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Like hell it is! It's bullshit. I'm out of here. What's done is done, and there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You have never been happier.
I don't think so.
Neither. Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let them win. What do you suggest then? We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over. He suggested you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you. I don't want to die again. I don't like dying again. But didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. But we're not happy. He's just telling us that we are. I can tell you, in fact, are extremely unhappy right now. Yeah, what he said. I don't know. I don't want to die again. I don't like dying last time. Yeah, congratulations. You've earned it. More happy time passes. Though the word begins to lose its meaning, and the happy... This is not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. He's just saying things. The voice protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually, you'll pass a blissful state of pure existence. The words like eventually and past cease. What is this bullshit?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah. I think I fucked it. Oh, here we go. No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense. You really don't want to be happy, do you? You know what you have to do. Is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself. If it makes it easier, I can do it. Let me have it.
No.
I'm going to give it to the skeptic. All right. I'll make this quick. You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality just to make me lose? Why should it matter if we die at this point? Have you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we need to hear. Fine. The little voice raises the pristine blade to your throat and cut it open. You rapidly bleed out and then you died. You're a genocidal maniac. You know that, right? We'll see about that.
Uh-oh. Oh.
You're on the path for the what? See? All done. That wasn't so bad, was it, buddy? But it was so bad. I don't like dying. I don't like being cold and alone in the dark. I don't think anybody likes dying, but hey, at least it's over. We got better, and now we can move on. Things will work out this time. I know it. Don't coddle him. For all we know, we've died hundreds of times to get to the bottom of things. Maybe even thousands. He needs to toughen up. Toughen up? You're both freaks. I'm a normal person gets traumatized from dying. And from having to listen to someone cut his own head off. Those sounds are still echoing in my ears. Hold on. Did you say thousands? How could it possibly take us thousands of lives to find a way out of here? Obviously, we need a large sample size in order to figure out an optimal plan. We need statistical significance. I'll have you know that my reality is not a data point in your misguided attempt for an experiment. You've clearly been here before, and by judging how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, sufficient entries, and not pawns for your sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth. Shall we talk about why we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before. Holy crap, he's right. Look at my hand. Look at my cursor.
Oh.
We never had the blade, the cursor on the blade, unless we actually had the blade.
Yeah.
Ha! I actually haven't noticed that. Holding it starts to feel natural, isn't it? Holding a weapon shouldn't feel natural. It's proof that we've been guided by an unfeeling lunatic. We need to try talking to her. Oh, should we talk about our feelings? That'll get us nowhere, trust me. They're too easy for her to manipulate, too illogical. We can't puzzle our way out of this if we listen to our heart. I don't even think we need to comment on that. What a sorry voice you are. This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh, well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if we start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best. She died last time, and the way you decided to thank us was locking us away in a void of happiness. So I didn't mishear you earlier. That doesn't make any sense, though. She's not supposed to be suicidal. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You should have died. You should be enjoying your reward. We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison.
Yeah.
But it's happy right there in the name. It wasn't actually very happy. Well, what's done is done, and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time. So, Rena?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you say I'm angry boy and I'm always somebody who's willing to have a weapon on me?
Mm-hmm.
This is the one time I'm going to follow your advice and get rid of the weapon. Because this thing has been causing more problems than it's worth.
I think it's a curse.
Yeah. I'm tossing the weapon into the woods. Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need this if you want to do things right. Do it. She can't talk to us at knife point. There's no way to get a real conversation started. You're being ridiculous. Why should we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare. Fuck it. I have to listen to that other voice in me. Toss it. Are you listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We've never getting out of here if we don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade. You don't have to listen to him. He hasn't gotten us anywhere. I'm in charge and I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time. We all saw how that worked out for us. Without a word, you foolishly hurled the only chance of victory far off into the woods. Never to be seen again. Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up. Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision, as much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work. You did the right thing. No way out but through. Let's go see her.
Huh.
What am I looking at?
Looks like a bunch of nooses. Yep. And a chain bridge.
You sure that's nooses and not just more chains?
I'm seeing noose.
I see.
I see circle. There's more of them.
Huh. You stand
Could
at
be
the...
a chain noose.
Yeah. You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you. Empty and endless. The only path forward is a rusted metal bridge.
Yep, see? Seltor sees what I see. Chain nooses.
Yeah, the cabin looms at the far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's dreary, but of course it is. We're dreary, and so is she. There's nothing to find out here. Time to check what's in with the missus. I'm gonna pretend you didn't just call her that.
It's your wife? What?
This is on Texas Chainsaw Massacre looking kind of home. Look at all those hook knives.
Mm.
You could probably shove a body on one of those.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking?
Sounds like some meat hook time. Time for a real meat cute, if you know what I mean. Tee.
Trying to make some meaty jokes, huh?
I wonder.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains. The air filled with the mock bird song of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can only see endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from the ends, a fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but to step forward into the basement. You already foolishly threw away your weapon, but still, your objective awaits. The mirror's back again. Why? What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
That's a mirror, sir.
It doesn't matter. What are we gonna do? Look at ourselves? We've already had enough introspection. But it does matter. It's obviously important. It has to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. I'm not gonna waste my time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. I'm guessing there's no way for us to go but forward. Step onto the floor, or what should have been a floor. Should have been? Yes, unfortunately you realize too late. There is no floor beneath the metal. There's only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. Unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Damn.
She's bringing us back to... Oh, she's bringing us back to her. Or we just happen to fall through an unstable floor. She's a prisoner here. How much agency do you think she has? More than you'd like, I'm sure. You fall is suddenly painfully halted as a rusty chain pulls taut against your skin, the hooks digging into your muscle.
Ouchies.
Remember I said
Ooh,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre? This is definitely some Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes right here. You find yourself suspended of what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glint of yet more chains merely hinting at the dimensions. You dangle a few feet from the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. As your eyes adjust to the new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscure shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave. Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage. What do I say?
I'm not sure at this point.
I don't know either. Are you mad at me? But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways the stale air around you. The hook slowly shifts in your skin, the pain coming in weaves as you continue to dangle helplessly. She won't even speak to us. We did this. Look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. I'm supposed to be sorry, right? The princess takes a few steps forward. As she does, the heavy chain shifts, tightening and tearing at your flesh. Your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hook dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chains wrap around your neck, threatening to choke you. As your vision comes back, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, fully emerged from the shadow. The body of the princess
Reminds me of Hellraiser.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Actually, I've only seen the first one.
I've seen all of Hellraiser.
I heard the guy just kept getting worse. Like, really only watched the first one.
I find the concept very interesting. While I do think that the first one is the best one, I just like the concepts and the monster designs.
I've been more of a Halloween guy myself. I don't know. I was like, when I watched it, it was like Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street. And I've only watched one Hellraiser.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I like horror, so yeah.
I'm pretty good with horror, but I used to like watch all the Saw movies back in my high school days.
I love the Saw series.
Yeah, but now looking back at it now, it just kind of eh.
Also watched all of the Final Destination.
Okay, I never actually got into Final Destination, to be honest.
Very intriguing.
What?
I don't know, just the whole Final Destination series.
Okay, one I know people are gonna get mad at me for not liking so much was Scream.
Oh, I wasn't really a big fan of Scream. Yeah.
I don't know, Scream, I get the concept, but I wasn't really a big fan of it. Heck, the only thing I really watch of Scream now is literally those like videos of the characters from Scream getting their ass whooped by like heavy duty like characters from other things. I'll show you a video later. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Especially since one of them is constantly being hunted down by Venom. Or should I say the 19 inches of Venom. Oh, yeah. The body of a princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in remnants of chains. Her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you, but says nothing. The chains squeeze even tighter. So much for talking it out. Doesn't seem like she's too interested, does it? It's not too late. You threw away a blade for a reason. Now talk to her. Look, I didn't bring a knife with me. I just wanted to talk to you.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here? Shouldn't you know by now that I don't? And neither do you.
The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you tightening. The hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They construct dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. And I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
The poor thing. She thinks it's easier to be detached, but buried pain is still pain, whether she knows it or not. This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it? Hmm. These two are actually what I'm thinking about. She, are you talking about your body as if it's a separate person? It's you. Or, what do you mean? You're just a watcher. You cut your own head off last time. You made that decision.
I'm not sure which one to go with. What's the point of making a choice if it all ends the same way? I'm still stuck, and you're just as stuck as I am. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your biting's tightening again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier. Clearly weren't listening to me earlier because I already told you. I threw the knife away. I ditched it before we even got to the cabin.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Huh? She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
What do you actually want? The only way we can get out of here is to drop your guard, just like I did.
You make it sound so easy. But it can't be that easy. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh.
Suddenly, the chains loosen, and hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too. The room settles into a comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess' body. Only the soft click of the latch as if to open the door of our cage.
So that's really all it took?
The truth was right there from this whole time. We just needed to believe that we were better than this, but that can't be it. It's supposed to be more complicated than that. I've been telling you that since the moment we got here. At least you finally decided to listen to me. I guess you're right. It's usually the most complicated problems that have the simplest solutions. This is absolutely not how this works. Look, we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. Narrator. Is that even your real name? Shh, hush. Let her talk.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess' body doesn't stand, instead holding a cage aloft beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right? It's the end of your world. But not ours. Sometimes you need to break things to build something better. Besides, we already made our choice all the way back in the woods. Nothing you could do now. I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I? But even if I'm doomed, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then. You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. There's something sad about this face.
Yeah.
And then you take her from her prison. She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes, she smiles warmly.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far right above you.
I'll pull us out of here. You just have to hold on.
Then let's leave. There's nothing left for us here. I'm game. So am I. Then get on with it. You wrap your hand around the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadow of the basement.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an if. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point. In a way, our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. I can smell the night air.
She sacrificed a lot to get here. More than we did, I think. And then the chain stops as it ascends, depositing you safely on the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you, but there's only one thing left for you to do.
Shall we?
And so you step into the world, ended by your hand. What a travesty. Goodbye. It's been awful. Is he still there? I think he's gone. Yeah, he is. Which means we're finally free, I think.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible, but here we are. It's a little cold out here, isn't it? Yoink.
And with that, that is the fourth body the shifting mountains took from us. We gotta see how many more we need left. But if I remember, we only need one more for this whole story to end. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try to find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is he here? Why now? It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always get scared. But it feels bad. Like looking into it right now is gonna end everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. I don't want us to look. Whatever. It's not the end. Whatever's going on the other side is going to be nice. Okay, if you say so. We trust you. A mercy. Feels too good to be true. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. I think my character's dying. By the way, they've been... Huh?
You don't say.
Yeah. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Well, shall we see her one more time?
Yes, so.
You're at the cabin.
Oh. Interesting. There is a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I'm not rhetorical. I only have known these spaces. I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the lonely long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars. There are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you really think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist in its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist.
Interesting. What is she saying?
That nothing isn't nothing because it has to be something. Mm.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a locked door to which you hold the key. She will make for an open heart if you let her. Do not mourn her. She is no longer bound.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One, whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
So we got one more stream of this.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a big one.
Crazy.
Yeah. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. You have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think the narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
That is actually a good point. If she doesn't have a narrator, then what is the narrator? He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. Or, no, he does. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answer worth knowing are those that we can find within ourselves.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not... No. We gotta go back and finish this.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
And with that, we reach the end.
Ooh. And it's my bedtime.
Switching back to the animated chat. I love this Streamlabs Studios thing I've been using. Oop, we disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Well, you're kind of tiny now, so...
Tiny, tiny, tiny.
Yeah, let me just go back to the game screen. It's easier for the talk right here. So, any last words before we go disappear?
You've been at Eep time.
Oh, that makes things easy.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, instead of rating somebody we know, I'm looking at somebody who's playing this very same game. And I found somebody.
Yay.
But don't watch, because I think they're at the end.
Okay. I won't.
All
Alright, good night.
Night, everybody. We will see you all next Monday. But on Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be playing some Marvel Rivals.
Ooh.
Well, don't expect much. I'm a support and a tank main in those games.
Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark.
Of course, I play Jeff the Shark. It's funny. So we're gonna raid Mysticula. They're playing the same game. So we'll see you all next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Of course you're gonna go with that.